Greetings to all. Thanks for you, the king of business. Join us as we tell a captivating story about Henry Ford's automobile revolution as he went from being on a farm to being a big businessman. At the end of the 19th century, a man was born who'd leave an indelible mark on the world. Born on July 30th, 1863, in Greenfield Township, Michigan, Henry Ford was the eldest of 6 children. He grew up on a prosperous farm and showed a keen interest in machinery from a young age, a trait that would define his future in more ways than one. Ford's family moved to Detroit when he was 16, a city he was to become intricately linked with. A few years later, he took up an apprenticeship at a local machine shop while he also worked on the family farm. This dual lifestyle allowed him to combine his love for tinkering with a robust understanding of practical farm machinery. He grew increasingly intrigued by the problem of creating a horseless carriage. Horse-drawn vehicles were ubiquitous at the time, but their limited speed and capacity didn't sit well with Ford's forward-thinking mind. Despite numerous failures and setbacks, he persevered. Eventually, in 1896, he built his first automobile, which he christened the quadricycle. Ford was keen to turn his experiment into a successful business venture, but investors were hard to come by. Undeterred, he catered to the high-end niche market that holders of the burgeoning automotive industry maintained. This allowed him to improve his models and focus on a car that would suit the reality of industrializing America. Ford not only concentrated on improving the design and functionality of his vehicles, but he also dreamed of manufacturing cars that ordinary Americans could afford. This vision led to the creation of the Model T, a durable, reliable car that the masses could reach out and claim. An everyman's car. Introduction of the Model T had a measurable impact on the American populace. People who had never dared to dream about vehicle ownership could now afford a dependable car. It transformed the very fabric of society, fueling new opportunities for everyone from farmers to city dwellers and fundamentally changing America's landscape. In 1913, Ford made a significant leap in vehicle manufacturing by implementing the concept of the moving assembly line at his Highland Park plant. This single innovation drastically reduced the time of car production and brought down their costs. What was earlier a luxury was now becoming commonplace. Despite his austere vision of making cars affordable and reliable for everyone, Ford's work conditions were far from ideal. The assembly line labor was monotonous and demanding, causing high employee turnover. The invention of welfare capitalism was in a way addressing this issue, providing workers with an improved quality of life, nestled within a framework of industrial efficiency. It was a huge stepping stone towards the establishment of the 40-hour work week and modern labor practices. Ford's visionary insight extended beyond mere automobile manufacturing. In 1927, he established the Ford Motor Company's River Rouge plant, a comprehensive industrial facility that encompassed every stage of the car making, from raw materials to the final product. It represented Ford's determination to maintain control over all aspects of the manufacturing process. However, Ford's refusal to embrace consumer preferences and his dogmatic stance on the Model T ultimately led to its decline. Customers desired more variety than what the black, simple-crafted Model T had to offer. By 1927, the Model T had lost its competitive edge. Ford retired as the company's president in 1945, handing over the reins to his grandson, Henry Ford II. He passed away 2 years later in 1947, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire makers, entrepreneurs, and dreamers all over the world. Henry Ford's determination to create a car for the everyman revolutionized the auto industry, making the dream of car ownership a reality. More than just an auto visionary, Ford's business practices and approach to manufacturing significantly influenced the broader landscape of American business and industry. Ford's contributions were not limited to the automotive industry. An avowed pacifist, Ford was against the idea of any war, and to him, the best path to lasting peace was economic prosperity. His beliefs and practices in welfare capitalism, while aimed at stabilizing the turnover rate by ameliorating the workers' lives, had the secondary effect of elevating the purchasing power of the workers, thus providing some element for world peace. Henry Ford's life is a testament to the power of determination, hard work, and an unwavering commitment to a vision. This vision was not simply to build a better car or to become wealthy, but rather to fundamentally alter the way people lived, finding solutions through mass production, enabling the reconfiguration of American urban spaces. This far-reaching impact is the reason why we still remember Henry Ford's name today, more than 70 years after his death. Without a doubt, Ford was a man of controversy. His anti-Semitic writings and his connections to the Nazi regime during World War II continue to mar his otherwise remarkable legacy. Yet, none can deny his enduring influence on the 20th century. The very fabric of modern society, how people live, work, and travel, has been fundamentally shaped by Ford's ideas and innovations. His knowledge, his foresight, and his commitment created a legacy that has withstood the test of time. Even today, Ford Motor Company serves as a beacon of innovation and forward thinking, a living reminder of the man who dared to think differently and changed the world because of it. Above and beyond reshaping the industrial landscape of America, Ford's invention affected the social structure of American society, altering the patterns of daily life, creating a more interconnected nation through easier transportation, impacting where people lived, worked, and shopped, and changing how Americans spent their free time. The car culture it eventually established has found a place in various aspects of contemporary American life, including art, music, and literature. Persistent and ambitious, Ford was always furthering the limits of what was previously imaginable. His personal philosophy of combining a pursuit of profit with a sense of social good, evident in his commitment to create an affordable, reliable car for the masses, resonates deeply with the lasting influence that he has had on individuals and institutions alike. The world is a living testimony to the monumental impact of Ford's accomplishments. His extraordinary journey illustrates that imagination and determination, when combined, have the power to reshape the trajectory of society and leave a lasting and transformative influence on people's lives for generations to come. It is worth noting that Ford's legacy stretches far beyond his automobile empire. He inspired a generation of American inventors and produced leading industrialists and technological innovators who followed in his footsteps. Several of the Fortune Global 500 companies can trace their roots back to one of the many ventures he undertook. All in all, the story of Henry Ford is one of a man with a dream to make the good things of life out of the reach of no man. And in the process, he transformed society, created wealth, and left a legacy that continues to inspire the world to defy the odds, push the boundaries of the known, and make the impossible possible. Such a historical figure deserves to be remembered, not merely for his inventions or his business acumen, but for his lasting impact on society. To reflect on how a farm boy with limited formal education could alter the course of an entire industry and help shape the modern world as we know it today is indeed remarkable. Henry Ford reinvented business. He changed the way companies operate, shifting the focus from merely producing goods to producing goods more efficiently. His legacy in modern management, perhaps summed up most deeply by the very act that spawned the success of his company and revolutionized the manufacturing process worldwide, the assembly line. Henry Ford, a titan of industry, a pioneer of American business, and a harbinger of modern economic times. At the peak of his abilities, he stood not just as the father of the assembly line and modern automobile industry, but as the embodiment of America's innovative spirit, irrepressible optimism, and limitless prospects. He was a true modern Prometheus who brought radiant change. What still endures is the vision that defined his life. Henry Ford's dream was to engineer a society that would run like a well-oiled machine, with machines that moved like living, breathing beings. Ford set America, and the world, in motion. And it is this vision that resonates as powerfully in the 21st century as it did a century ago. Ford's contribution to 20th century America, from enhancing the efficiency of mass production to revolutionizing the automobile industry to championing human aspiration, his indelible impact can still be felt today. Henry Ford's legacy is an enduring foundation for eons of change and progression, a monument to the endless human capacity for innovation. Ford's story is not just about a man who started off with a vision and built a business empire around it. Ford's story is about a man who believed that industry could be driven not just by profit, but by a larger cause. The responsibility of making life not just easier, but better for countless people. It's about the power of an idea to change the world, So that, even after his time, his influence and teachings continue to guide the direction of the industry as automakers grapple with new priorities. The industry he revolutionized is now in another period of transformation, with the shift towards electric and autonomous vehicles embodied in the new generation Ford cars, which seeks to keep alive the spirit of innovation set by the man himself. Despite facing consistent setbacks, Henry Ford demonstrated the importance of perseverance, a belief in one's ability to succeed, and the courage to push beyond accepted boundaries to achieve his objectives. His story and legacy serve as a grand testament to the unyielding spirit of possibility and the significant impact that the vision of a single individual can have on the lives of countless others. The world no longer needs to imagine a horseless carriage. Instead, it is looking ahead to vehicles, not mechanically driven, but powered by artificial intelligence. However, no matter what the future may bring, one thing is certain: the vision, determination, and indomitable spirit of Henry Ford will continue to shape the world, one revolution at a time. The story of Henry Ford is not merely a tale of an entrepreneur's success or the rise of a corporate giant. It is, at its heart, the story of progress, a testament to the transformative power of an idea and the enduring impact an innovative mind can have on society. Thanks for watching The King of Business. See you in the next video, King.